Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all you pro-lifers, depending on where you're watching. Welcome again to Buhay Meets, where I introduce to you the new generation or the now generation of pro-life warriors. And this next guest of mine, the next person I'm going to introduce to you, I met him many years ago, and he really made an impact. I don't know if he knows this, but when I asked about having children after cesarean section and maybe we can only
Oh,
have two
yes.
children, he said, no, you can have as many as you want. I'm not sure if you remember that. So let's all welcome my guest now, Doc Ryan. Doc Ryan.
Hi, Javi. It's
Hi.
great to be here in Buhay Meets. Thank you for
Yes.
having me.
Yeah. Do you remember that when I think
Yes,
I
yes, I
think it was
do.
a pro-life forum or something.
Yeah. Di ba I
And
told you na it's just difficult for us OBGYN to operate, but there's no contraindication really to having more kids, na?
exactly, that's it. And now I have 5 kids all by cesarean section.
Yay.
Because of you. Siguro we'll get into it. You are a pro-life doctor. How did you become a pro-life doctor?
Well, um, I became a pro-life doctor after my residency training, because I am a devout Catholic. But during residency training, I thought that I had to do the things that are not allowed by the Catholic Church because I was just in training. I had no choice. So I felt compelled and I did it. No, so I was advising artificial contraception. I was doing ligation left and right. I've always told my friends, before when I was a resident trainee, I can do ligation even when with my eyes closed. So because I thought na wala akong choice because I was just a trainee. So I was just waiting for me to end my training and to finally graduate. And that's when I decided na no, I really want to be a pro-life OBGYN. I'm not just a general practitioner. Eh. So I'm a pro-life OBGYN, which would sound weirder, no? More weird.
So is
Kasi
that
minority
difficult?
kami
Yeah.
eh.
Is that difficult to be a pro-life OBGYN, especially nowadays?
Yes, yes. It is because I lose a lot of patients,
Uh,
no? Because I already trained my secretary to screen patients who would just come to our clinic for contraception advice, for example. So if my secretary will talk to the patient and she's just asking for contraception, once she learns that I only advise natural family planning, umaalis na sila. I don't
okay.
I don't refer also eh. I don't refer my patients to other doctors who would prescribe contraception kasi that would be parang hypocritical ano.
Yes.
That would be weird, no? Ayoko nga silang mag-artificial contraceptive. So I lose patients. So that's one thing, di ba? Source of income ko yun eh. And it also takes a lot of time not to explain natural family planning to patients.
Yes.
So, syempre, ang tagal-tagal mong kausap. Whereas, when you just prescribe a pill, for example, or any contraceptive, ilang seconds lang yon.
Anong
So,
naging reaction ng mga colleagues mo with this turnaround?
they find me weird. They find me weird. No, parang, ha? I mean, they don't get the teaching of the church, eh? Or
Yeah.
they refuse siguro to subscribe to it or to believe it. No? Um, they always think na we don't prescribe, well, pro-life people do not subscribe to contraception because it's an abortifacient.
Yeah.
They always think that eh. Pero hindi na, even if it's proven to be not abortifacient, hindi pa rin siya approved ng church, right? We
Yes.
know that. No? And then, pero whenever I talk to my colleagues and I ask them, di ba meron naman talagang function ang pill, for example, to make the lining of the uterus very thin para hindi maka-implant? Di ba meron naman talaga? And then they would tell me, anong tawag doon? Pag ginaganon mo na yung iba kong colleagues, parang hindi pa rin na matatanggap eh. Hindi, very rare naman yan. Very rare naman yung function na yan. The main function is to prevent ovulation pa rin. Yung ganon.
Yeah.
Kaya nga, during the RH bill debates, no,
Yes. Oo.
lagi kong sinasabi yun, di ba I'm a teacher, di ba we teach that? Iba in our textbook, ginagano ko yung mga colleagues ko, natanggal na ba siya sa textbook? Hindi. Yung action na yon that prevents implantation, natanggal na ba siya sa mga inserts, product inserts ng mga gamot na yon? So sasabihin na hindi. O bakit? Bakit? Why is it so hard for you to believe that it can be an abortifacient even if it's rare? Bakit? Ilang implantation ba ang dapat ma-prevent para sabihin nating abortion yon? Di
Exactly.
ba? Parang gano'n. Hindi nila ma-take kasi para sa kanila talagang ini-insist na nila na hindi, it prevents ovulation. Yun ang action niya. Yun ang main action niya. So you shouldn't think of the minor actions ng mga gamot na yun. Yung
It's
gano'n.
so
So they find me weird.
it's so refreshing to be weird like you and to really be speaking out.
Eh,
Kasi diba, we are the voices out there that many people are bashing. And I'm
correct.
sure you've seen it on your social media. I'm an avid follower of your
Oo
posts.
naman. Oo,
Yeah.
marami.
Last two questions na lang siguro. How do you deal with these people who have negative comments? And then siguro the last question is, what are the pro-life issues that you face as a pro-life doctor, especially now?
Yung mga negative comments, kung may time ako, the problem is wala ako masyadong time, no, because I'm
So,
so busy. But kung may time ako, I really explain it. I really explain because I'm the expert eh.
hmm.
Hindi pwedeng, hindi pwedeng ma-refute ang sinasabi ko because I'm the expert. Does it sound conceited? Hindi naman,
No,
di
no,
ba?
no. It's the
Kasi
truth. Oh,
because it's the truth. Yeah, I'm an expert in that field and I'm a teacher. I teach it. Diba? So inaaral ko pa siya ulit para maituro ko siya sa estudyante ko. So I'm ang weird naman kasi sabihin ko, I can't be wrong. Pwede ba yan? I mean, whenever I post something about a medical fact, for example, it cannot be wrong because it's something that I really know, it's something that I teach, it's something that I practice. So pag may time ako, sinasagot ko yung mga yan. Even yung mga, di ba pag ganitong condition, dapat ina-abort na, mamamatay yung mami, ganyan-ganyan. Parang sa totoo lang, walang condition
hmm.
na kailangan ng abortion. Because that's what we practice.
Yes,
No?
yes.
Lahat ng terrible conditions ng mothers that they always say na, kailangan na i-terminate ang pregnancy. We can do something about it already in this day and age. Lahat ng komplikadong conditions ng mother, kaya nang gamutin eh. With the advances in medical technology and medications. So, hindi na talaga siya kailangan. So, yun.
Yeah.
Pagka may negative, sinasagot ko talaga yan. Kasi hindi na kailangan. Now, yung mga challenges, as I said, yung loss of patience. Kasi alam mo, Javi, may mga patients din like you on the third pregnancy, babalik sila sa akin. Kunyari ako na nag-CS sa kanila ng first, second, and third. Fourth pregnancy, for example, or third pregnancy, babalik sila sa akin. Doc, magpapa-CS ako, then ligation.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
May mga doctors na hindi naglaligate, they will do the CS. And then they will go out of the operating room and have someone else do the ligation. Ang weird. Di ba weird? Weird ba yun? Ang weird na, di ba? So ako, my decision, I won't do your CS.
Yes.
I won't do your CS because you want ligation. I won't go out of the operating room or turn my back and then someone else will do the ligation because I don't want you to be ligated. So, nawawala na naman yun. Alam mo naman, bread and butter namin ang deliveries, right? So yeah, that's a challenge, economic challenge. Pero okay lang sa akin. I mean, you cannot compromise something that you believe in. You cannot compromise your faith, your religious convictions just for money, right?
Yes.
So okay lang 'yon kasi okay naman ako eh. Hindi naman ako maghihirap ng, hindi naman maaapektuhan masyado. But still, sayang yung mga ganun. Tsaka pasyente ko na siya for many years. Those are the challenges. Tsaka, yeah, you're always parang the negative in discussions, na? Kasi when we're organizing a convention, for example, I always emphasize, paano kung international convention where there are abortion topics? Ako na naman yung palagi nagsasabi na we cannot have abortion topics here in the Philippines. Even if we're hosting an international convention, we cannot approve these abortion topics because it's not allowed in our country. Yung mga ganon. Ikaw na naman ang kontrapelo. So, yeah, okay lang. Even if they think that of me, wala. I have to defend my beliefs. I have to defend life, right? And the unborn.
That is so refreshing. Thank you for that. That's really refreshing. I think many doctors, I know a lot of pro-life doctors, pero takot lang to be as vocal. So
O
maybe
yung nga
seeing your
bakit kaya?
example, oh nga, maybe seeing your
I don't
example
know
this
why.
time, they'll be more courageous to see na okay lang to speak out for your
Oo
beliefs
nga
and what you believe
yes.
in. And maybe
Yes.
you can tell them where your clinic is. We can send some clients your way.
No, ngayon kasi hindi mo na ako nagki-clinic na during the pandemic, but I practice in UERM. I also teach there. And I'm also affiliated with a government hospital.
Okay. Thank you so much, Doc Ryan. Even
Thank you,
this short
Javi.
time, I'm so inspired na,
Thank you.
whatever occupation you're in, if you stand for truth, then you will really make a difference. And I believe that you
Oh,
are
that's
really making
right.
a difference. So thank you, Doc Ryan, again. And
Thank you, Javi.
thank you everyone for joining us again in Buhay Meets. We'll see you again next time. Bye.
Bye.